Hey everybody, I'm Agent Funk. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of ePack, which is the Upper Deck trading card website. Now, I've been using ePack for almost a year now, and I wanted to wait until I really gave it enough time and use where I could give a sort of accurate review of it. Basically, what ePack is, it is a website created by Upper Deck where you can buy and trade digital cards, which in turn can be turned into real cards. This site was created in 2016. So they've been around for over 5 years. At first, the idea of like digital trading cards did not make sense to me at all. Like it was just a concept I could not grasp. This is coming from a card collector since like the early 90s. You know, trading cards have always been something you can hold and touch. And it took me a little bit to understand it, but appreciate it. And know the sort of the cool things about digital trading cards. And ePack really did make me a believer. The idea of buying digital cards and then being able to trade them with other people and then in turn have the actual card sent to you. You know, I understand it is the future of trading cards. There's no other website that does this better. There is no other website that does this, period. You know, ePack is definitely a pioneer. I want to be clear that this review I'm about to give is from the point of view of a casual Marvel sketch card collector. So what that means is I don't buy trading cards very often. I mainly collect Marvel cards and specifically sketch cards. I'm a very niche collector. My first purchase on ePack was the Marvel Masterpiece 2020 trading cards. And so I bought several packs. Did not stop me from trying to use this website for those purposes, and you definitely can. But I will say there are some shortcomings, and there are some really glaring aspects of this site that I feel like Upper Deck can definitely fix. And there's no excuse for some of these problems. Before I get into the things that I think ePack can improve on, let me show sort of some of my favorite aspects of this website. For those of you who aren't even familiar with ePack or have never been to the website, you know, it's very, I would say it is simplistic in a good way, really. You know, this search bar, if you have a card in mind, go ahead and type it in and it should pop up almost every tagged card that they have in the system. I think that is probably the most powerful aspect of this site, is that every card is tagged. So, you know, everything from the year to the brand to the character on the card to the attribute, whether it's a sketch or an autograph card or a hologram. Everything is cataloged and categorized and tagged. And so I think that alone is probably by far its most powerful feature. Yes, the pro is that if you type in the word Jubilee, you will get every Jubilee card probably ever. But unfortunately for me, since I am into sketch cards, if you type in Jubilee sketch, you will not get anything, even though I know for a fact that there are sketch cards of Jubilee out there. I've seen them, but unfortunately the search feature does not support that. I guess the word sketch is not a taggable search term. Now I know what you're saying. Some of you guys say, go to the attributes here. And then, you know, normally sketch is an attribute that would pop up under here, but it is not. So the only types of attributes for cards that you can search off the bat and not from a user are these right here. If you go into a user, for example, let's go check out some of my friends list. Okay. I want to go into Alien Gray. Now, if I wanted to see his cards, you go into items. Now, again, I am into Marvel sketch cards, so attributes. And here you see sketches. There's 55. If you click on that, you get every card in this guy's collection that has the attribute of sketch, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, I like this one. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That is just sort of a general idea of how this site works in terms of searching. The other thing, okay, so again, what else can I say? Oh yes. So buying cards is actually really easy. It's probably the most seamless process of buying digital cards. Their cards do vary in price, and I will say they can start from $5 and go all the way to like $30 a pack. You can buy boxes, which will cost you in the hundreds. So that's great. What else can I say? Okay, so yeah, very cool. You get to see people's collections here. Very nice. Okay, so like I said, ePack is, I believe, the future of digital trading cards and collectibles. I will say ePack is the future of digital trading cards, especially for sports. I don't know what the sports side of everything is, but in terms of Marvel card collecting, I think it's great. Oh yeah, so those are all some of my favorite things I love about ePack. Okay, let's talk about some of the things I don't like, and some of the things I feel like they can improve on. One of the biggest glaring problem with the ePack site is, okay, so earlier, I was like, oh, I really like this guy's card, right? I love this card. Very cool. Okay, I guess I should go back. Okay. I will also say the navigation can sometimes be frustrating just because some features will only appear on certain pages. Like, for example, if you see a card you like, you have the option or the opportunity to heart it, which means you will add it to your wish list. Now, most people will think of that as cards that you would like to eventually trade for, which is what it's meant for. I use it in a way of just being able to document cards that I've seen, cards that I like. Perhaps it's of an artist I enjoy or a character I like. So whatever your reason, you have the option to add to your wish list, which is great. So I've hearted that. Now, let's say I've spent like 30 minutes going through cards that I really like, and I've just like or wish, whatever you're gonna call it. So now I want to go look at those cards I put in my wish list. Let's collect. Here we go. So here's my wish list. I'm gonna go to it. Now, this is probably the most glaring issue on ePack. Now, what you're seeing is not a page that is still loading. It is not a page that is telling you it's loading. This is it. Now, like I said earlier, I've been on ePack for almost a year. I have 127 items that I have hearted in that time. Just, it's not a ton, but it's a lot. It's enough. It's 127 cards, right? By different artists, different characters, from different sets. But as you're seeing here, it's not loading the image. This is it. Now, when I first started ePack and I was, poking around and I saw this, I ran into this issue then, I was like, oh, okay. They're still working out the kinks, or maybe, there's a glitch, or they need a software or not, like an update to their website, something, right? I checked back a couple of weeks, it was still kind of like this. I checked back in a couple of months, it was still like this. At the time I started, there were a couple of cards that I actually really wanted to pursue, as in like, I would reach out to the person and say, hey, are you willing to sell this card? I actually wanted to make moves beyond just liking the card. Unfortunately, if I don't remember what they look like, I might not even do anything with it. So this is something that is actually kind of crazy, is still a problem on this site. I have two hypotheses as to why this is. Okay, I have two guesses why this is not fixed. My first guess is that no one, or not a lot of people, use the wish list functionality. And because not a lot of people use this wish list functionality, there probably aren't enough people complaining about it. So Upper Deck or ePack doesn't know about it. they don't know that this is a problem. Okay. That's one guess. They just don't know that it's broken. The other hypothesis is that they just don't care. They just said, you know what? We're not getting enough people complaining about this, and enough people aren't using this functionality. Why spend money fixing it? Why put the time and the effort in trying to figure out why this is broken? Those are the only two possible reasons why this is still like this. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. Otherwise, you can watch more comic book and trading card content right now.